Royal Enfield is such a company that you either love it or hate it, and usually there is no middle ground. I know people who have purchased Enfields who have sold them within 6 months and regretted their decision. I know people who would not purchase Enfields in the first place because they find it absolutely obsolete or just doesn't make sense. And I know people who have tattooed their respective Royal Enfields on their shoulders, on their forearms, with the actual number plate because they are that attached to the bike. So, this is what Royal Enfield is for us. It is a cult for certain people, and it is an absolute disappointment or a questionable product which still exists in India. What I'm trying to cover over here is a brief history between what the Royal Enfield was to the SG 650, and I'll be talking a bit about the SG 650 as well. Now, if I get into details, this video will last more than an hour, so I'm just going to skimp over the entire topic, bringing out the relevant points. So I hope you enjoy the video. Royal Enfield has gone a really long way from being a company that almost went bankrupt in the 1980s to a company that's being sold in 45 plus countries around the world, including Japan. This bankruptcy issue was before Mr. Siddhartha Lal took over control of Eicher Motors and Royal Enfield in particular. This guy, apart from being an amazing industrialist and a business leader, is a true biker as well. So he did not want the legacy of Royal Enfield to die in India because Royal Enfield was dead abroad anyway, the original British company. So in the 80s and 90s, Royal Enfield mainly survived because they had a cult following. People still purchase them, saying, you know what, these bikes, you need to treat them like your women, you need to treat them like your girlfriend, you need to treat them like your mother, respect them, blah, blah, blah. What they really meant to say is if you do push them like any other bike in the market, they will break down. So ride them gently and they could survive. And basically, Royal Enfield did struggle and survive to a large extent between the ironclad engines that they used to sell, that basically were engines from the 1950s and haven't been really upgraded for the last 30-40 years, and the J platform, which is the most reliable engine right now. The J platform, which is being used in the Meteor 350s and the new Classic 350s. There were two engine variants. There was the lean burn engine and the ICU engine. So coming to the SJ now, you can see how Royal Enfield has taken steps to improve itself to a large extent. I'm not talking only with reference to the overall product, which is the bike. I'm talking reference to experience as well. Royal Enfield is the only showroom that you actually feel you entered a biker's showroom. You enter, say, a Bajaj, a Suzuki, it's just bikes displayed, wallpapers, and that's about it. You don't get that wow feel. You enter Royal Enfield showroom, all the showrooms have a particular theme. They have this theme between a wood finish and warm lights with jackets and helmets and boots, and you really feel like, wow, this is a biking company. So kudos on that aspirational aspect for customers or potential customers to feel before they purchase the bike. Again, now coming back to the SG 650, the thing about twins that Royal Enfield had introduced, these twins, the 650s, were really good with reference to the engine. Just people felt that the overall package did not justify the potential the engine had. There's no two ways about it. The 650s are amazing. I have ridden them extensively, and it kind of reminds me of one of my friends, Bonnie, that he had restored. I'm talking of a 1970 model Bonnie, where it just feels raw, it feels basic, and it feels nice. And that's what I like of Royal Enfield bikes. They have enough power for which you do not require electronic interference or any sort of electronics apart from an ABS and a fuel injection. So the engine had far more potential than, say, the GT 650 could handle or the Interceptor 650 could handle. Now comes the SG model, and I'm assuming with inverted suspension or change in the chassis, the body could justify the engine's capacity. And it looks modern. Unlike the Javas, where you either have a single seater or a double seater, Royal Enfield designs are such that it looks good in a single seater variant as well as a double seater variant. The disc brakes look massive in the concept bike. I'm assuming it'll be bigger than the Interceptors. The alloy wheels that the SG concept bike remind me of the Harley Davidson Fat Boy alloy wheels, so I'm assuming they may not come. If they do, well and good. And overall, the design looks like a proper bobber. I don't think you would require to customize it to any other extent than what it actually is. It just looks perfect the way it is. Maybe a custom paint job once you purchase it, but again, we got to see, is it going to look the way it is? I'm assuming the SG would be a variant of the Super Meteor 650. I feel Royal Enfield is going the right direction. They anyways, as I mentioned, have cult followers, and apart from the cult followers, now people with brains also start purchasing Royal Enfields because it is a reliable machine. Yes, I do realize the Himalayans have issues. There have been multiple cases where the entire chassis has been broken into two, and that is not acceptable. But these are very rare cases, and again, irrespective, people will continue purchasing it. So, this is my view regarding the SG and Royal Enfield in general. I feel they are going towards the right direction, and it's exciting to see the various other products they're going to introduce. I particularly am eagerly waiting for the Royal Enfield 650 Himalayan to be released because that's the bike I would prefer. Long travel suspension and a capable engine, as well as a simple engine, because you require simple engines in adventure bikes, but that's just me. So you just let me know how you felt the video, if you feel I missed out anything. I mean, it's just a generic video, and that's about it. I look forward for seeing you in my next video. Thank you.